Just a quick little video disclaimer. This video is actually being edited twice. Somehow, somewhere, my video files got deleted, and so now I have to remake the entire video. However, this was going to be a 3-part series, but because I lost part 2, I decided just to go regather all the video files and conjoin part 2 and 3 together. So, yeah, enjoy. So let's add a little bit of context to what's going on. So, we were with the Baptists, and they were helping us with support on raiding CKC. And so this is at the time when we were starting to regather our gear and, just meet up. And we were in Cherno. And we brought along one of my old members who decided to rejoin us, and because he left us for some time, and he rejoined us. And in the midst of that, he started talking shit to the Baptists for no reason other than because he was annoyed at them. And because SK Blunt made an inside joke with me, calling us a switcheroo, which is actually kind of funny, but he got offended and started talking shit to Blunt, and Blunt's like, oh, well, fuck that shit, I'm not gonna take any of that. So then he talked shit back, and then it just became this whole drama-filled situation. And as you see in the screenshot, Blunt was like, if you guys aren't willing to fucking be cool with us, then we can't help you, and I'm sorry. And so I'm like, that pissed me off because now I lost my support, I lost backup, and I worked hard on it. It was a little annoying. And plus, like, the guy, he's cool, Ford, his name is Ford, he's cool, but he wasn't worth it. So I decided to ban him from the Buckaroos by giving him the big old bang bang, and yeah. So the Buckaroos were now on our own.
Excuse me, sirs, but how much does it cost to get into the gay club up on the roof? What's the admission, the membership cost? I'd like to have gay sex and just an orgy with like 7 men. And pole dance and frolic in the lilies and, hold hands. Just do, just gay shit, you know?
Yeah, so, all your cars are destroyed in the garage. Um, Buckaroos?
So this was actually the ending of part 2. And since we have part 3 conjoined with part 2, it's just going to pick up after this one. So basically, what you may have noticed is that a lot of this was offline raiding, which if you play DayZ, you have to expect to be offline raided. You offline raid, I offline raid, it just happens. It's shitty, but it happens. But in terms of cheating wise, so this is what we were up against. We had 3 factions that were conjoined into one, making one mega compound, which was the CKC, Fizz, and Orcas. And each one of them had 10 to 20 accounts, or people per team, and each member had 30 alt accounts logged out all around the airfield in strategical advantages. And no, they would always have at least one person on, and if one of them died or heard a shot, then 5 more would spawn in. And they would then constantly have one person consistently X-raying 24/7 during a raid, and then if they couldn't get a shot on you, like if like at one point we were in a building, I was in a building, and they couldn't get a shot on me, so they spawned in on an alt account behind me and killed me. So that's what we were going against. And since the Baptists backed out, it was just me and like 3 other buckaroos, because during these raids they happen late at night, and a lot of my buckaroos only get on during the weekends during the day. So we were going in as small teams to deal with this situation. Now, I don't necessarily care about duping. It's a gray area. It really depends on why you dupe and whatnot. But I felt that since we didn't have the backup of the Baptists, I felt like it was more necessary to dupe. Since they were cheating and using shitty tactics, I felt we should fight fire with fire and use shitty tactics. So the majority of part two was just offline raiding. We got a few kills in here and there, and in total, this entire war, we only raided them like 6 times, I believe. And so they kept posting on Facebook, like getting random kills from random people, claiming it as us. But every single kill that we've managed to get, every single kill you see in this video was a CKC, Orca, or Fizz. There was no random people involved in this because every video you've seen of this was offline at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and there's only like 10 people in the server, and so you can actually see who the people in the server were. So we can actually see who it was when they logged in, logged out. So let's start part 3.
That's the spirit. Now, Orca, Wet Blanket, Sebby Phoenix, I sentence you to death for being a real fucking retard. Goodbye.
And just like that, the Buckaroos have won the war. We broke into Fizz's base, we dismantled it, we broke into the Orca's base and killed all their alts and dismantled it. We broke into CKC's base and dismantled it. We stole all their flags, we tore down every single small outpost or any base that was blocked off. And, well, here we are in ATC in the top of CKC's base. So, if you don't see that as a victory after killing their alts, claiming all their flags, destroying all their bases, then I don't know what you determine as winning a war. But apparently CKC thinks that he has won the war. So I'll let that up to you to decide. So everything in part 3 is actually all done in one single night. This was, I believe, on a weekend, so we had Tara and Ross with me in Brandables. The majority of the video was actually just me and Brandables raiding the space. And so thank you, Brandables, and thank you, Tara and Ross, for helping out and being little buckaroos and showing these big old factions that the buckaroos ain't no match for them. And also to show that if you are a friend and you fuck us over, just because you want to have a little power trip, it's not gonna work out too well in your favor. So, yeah. So here's the rest of the video, and just the rest of us dismantling and all the fun stuff you'll see. But yeah, all this was done in one single night. And yeah, this concludes the Buckaroo and CKC war.
Every single outpost, every single base. We've taken Bird Box, Construction, and ATC. Now, fuck you guys. We've killed all your ults. We have destroyed all your bases. And, yeah, I'd say the Buckaroos have won this war. So, fuck you guys. Buckaroo.
Here we've got your flag. One of each representing a faction. On the right, you've got the Orcas. On the left, you've got CKC. I'd like to show you what happens when you're a fucking bully. Fuck the Orcas. And fuck the CKC.